Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we our game? It's not logical, but you contemplate, are we am I?
No, Steve. No. Every night, streaming with you lot is yes. 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 Your mic's too hot. You're right, though. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. And I'm just shaking my head because a lot of you probably don't even know this yet. I might be breaking news to you. Where'd the tweet go, damn it? Yeah, Luke Fox. I saw a couple people with it. So Luke Fox, who is at this game, tweeted, Joseph Woll indeed going back-to-back and making his 6th start in 7 games after Anthony Stolarz took a shot off the mask in warm-up. Michael Pezzetta is scratched. There is no reason to scratch Michael Pezzetta in a game like this. None. There's no justification. And Joseph Woll was the Leafs MVP last night, got dumped on by the coach, and now the Leafs are heading into the second half of a back-to-back on the road against the Sens, who are rested and fighting for their playoff lives. The Sens lead the league in shots for. The Leafs are bottom of the league in shots against. There is a way higher than 0% chance the Leafs end tonight's game with no goalies. There might be an e-bug situation. I'm serious. Leafs might need an emergency goaltender. There might be an emergency goalie on the bench during this game. What a disaster. Jack Stone, welcome to SDP VIP ad free. Market manager Mike, let's go, Steve. Did your Turo beer make it home, buddy? You know it did. But I did not drink it. And I cannot drink it. And I cannot have a drop of alcohol until this ulcer goes away. I'm in great shape, though. I just can't eat. Eating is like the best thing about going away. And I went away and I couldn't eat. And it hurt my feelings. But I had a great time in Truro, Nova Scotia. What did there was something I wanted to show you that I brought home. Oh, the hats. Whatever. They're not in the room. I wasn't smart enough to do that. Evan Cerebos. I've been sick for the past week, but I've been getting better ever since I got VIP. My doctor says it's because laughter is the best medicine. 10 out of 10. Hell yeah, brother. So no donaire for Steve? No. Drew says you at least got seafood. No. He called me a bad word. I went to the keg last night. I had salmon. Drew's very upset. The pistachio salmon at the keg bangs. It bangs, but also who goes to the keg for salmon? Yeah, no. I would rather have the cow. What did you eat? Harbor water? Yeah. It was good. Is David Ayers available or in the building? I doubt it. Oh, sorry. We have a tweet from Leafs PR. Thank you to Robert Malloy. Maple Leafs goaltender Anthony Stoller's left warm-ups tonight in Ottawa after taking a puck to the throat and has been taken to hospital for precautionary imaging. An update will be provided available. Oh my God, that's so serious. Who did it? Who ripped a shot that high? And why was it definitely William Nylander, who used to do that all the time? And the coach did call him out to shoot more last night. No, I shouldn't just go throwing names out like that, but that's brutal. Oh, poor Stoley, man. There's video, says Robert Malloy. Can you send me that if you find it, please? Butcher, Pizzetta was in warm-up, I thought. Yeah, he was in warm-up, and then they scratched him anyway. It's a stupid hockey team. They're not good at this. Movie Buff, welcome to SDP VIP. Thanks for the shout-out last night on LFR for the Minions tweet. Oh, banana! Potato? I'm sorry. Calling Bo Grew fans Minions? Top tier. Here, I have the video right here. Oh my God, it was a right-handed shot. Oh no. Is that Nylander? It is Nylander! Do I do this or do I do this? Do I do this or what? Name someone, anyone who knows this team like I do. Off the top of my head. Nylander has done this multiple times to multiple goalies he has played with. I do this. Who do you think you are? I am. He called it because he wasn't joking. He did this to Garrett Sparks. And I can't remember who else. Drew, clip that. Clip that. Clip that. Puck hasn't even dropped, and I'm just dropping gems on you. No, Drew. Okay, so here's what I'm fired up about. I'm fired up because this team does not, will not learn. Everyone in the organization, top down, is incapable of taking information, processing it, and learning from it. Willie, keep your stupid shots down and warm up. You did it again. Why do you think I guessed Willie? I didn't pull that name out of thin air. He's done this before. Attaboy. Attaboy. And you're going to get Joe hurt too. Attaboy. And that guy wears a letter, and he's their best player right now. What a disaster. I cannot believe it was Willie. Cannot believe it. Yeah, Bruce Garriock tweeting that there's a legit e-bug situation in Ottawa. Idiots. Movie Buff says, welcome to STP VIP. Henderson Galbraith, Gru Crew, stand up. No, I like the Minions, though. Steve, I asked Adam this question yesterday. Now it's your turn. You get to be GM of the Leafs for a day, whatever day you want. No holds barred on your decisions. What do? I scream in Nylander's face until spit hits him to keep his shots down and warm up. I go out and get 2 top pair defensemen. I don't care who I need to trade to do it. And I only get players who matter. There are guys on this roster who, like, they're skilled players. They can do things. They skate well. They have decent IQ. They don't matter. Calle Yarncroke matters. Player doesn't matter on your roster. Matthias Michelli. He can do a lot of things. He's worth having on your team to fill out a roster. He doesn't matter. Brandon Carlo? He's big. He's rangy. Can kill penalties. He doesn't matter. William Booth. Okay, Steve, predict the score. 6-1 Ottawa. What do you mean I have to do a Leafs rivalry and a Premier League derby all in 13 hours when my friend was the old captain of the other PL team? Arg, says JD Atkinson. You got a busy and blessed life. Wally Pendergrass. Hey, Steve, as a distraction to what you're going through, peek at the Preds in the standings. Go Preds. They are in the playoffs right now. Not too spicy, Steve. Watch that ulcer. Hugs, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Not sure if you mentioned this already, but if Wool gets hurt, God forbid, is it e-bug time? Literally, yes. They don't have another goalie. The only thing you could do is, like, get Dennis Hill to be on a private plane literally right this minute. I don't know enough about helicopters. Can you fly a helicopter from Toronto to Ottawa? And how fast? I bet you Brady runs around all night tonight, says Butcher. I bet he does too. Can't wait until Pizzetta gets in his face. Oh, he's not dressed, is he? How many games for Greer do you think? 3, not a league. Sedin Magic, for what the Leafs gave up for Carlo, he should matter. He doesn't. 23 plaster. First game in weeks. It starts with Stoli out. FFS. Puck is about to be dropped, and puck is dropped. Dim Stützle wins the opening draw against Bo Grew. The Leafs wearing their road whites. The Sens wearing their hideous red third jerseys. The Sens are whoa! Big collision in the Leafs end. A Sens player went to throw a big hit, and he was stood up. I didn't see who that was. I think it might have been Carlo. I think it was Carlo who gave it back. Clevin? Good for Carlo. That looked like it mattered. Riley's not in the lineup tonight either. McCabe, Stetcher, OEL, Carlo, Benoit, Myers. In this game that could be physical, I don't know why Pizzetta's not playing. Yarncroke doesn't need to play another game ever again. Yes, yeah, true. They got to see what they have in Yarncroke. Who earlier this season, it was announced by one of those Twitter accounts that, oh, Brady going at it with McCabe already. Yeah, Yarncroke already has a deal in Sweden next year. Willie giving Cicero more reason to hate him. Oh boy. Willie is the Manny Ramirez of hockey. I don't know enough about baseball to understand that. I know I should, but Panthers fan, I coven peace day drinking. Thank you. The Atlantic standings look like the upside down of what we were predicting. Oh, here. Nope. They kicked him out of the face-off dot. Face-off just outside the leave zone. Puck is dropped. Max Domi wins that clean. The Atlantic standings look like upside down from what we predicted. Stay in good health to you and your family. God bless. Thank you. That means more now that my health actually sucks. Icing against the Leafs. Steve, I hope your day has been good. It has been. The Sens red alternate jerseys stink, by the way. They're hideous. Absolutely hideous. Are you in the blue room or the Grew room? Now we're cooking with gas. Troy, welcome to SDP VIP. Domi taking on Pinto. Who's getting kicked out here? Face off in the leave zone. Drop the puck. They finally do. Leafs come out with it. Here's William Nylander. Game started. You can shoot high now. Pinto stopped by Wool, and he's shanked by Nick Cousins because of course he is. Drew, or you know what, Robert, if you're available, can you look up William Nylander hitting Garrett Sparks up high? The refs should definitely be calling penalties here. I think that was Pinto and Domi. Cousins. Yeah, it's Domi and Pinto going. Callie is the Swedish mafia following Chief around, says Butcher. I'd believe it at this point. So it's going to be, we're 90 seconds into the game here on the SCPN YouTube channel. We got 2 minutes of 4-on-4 here. Steve Dangle here on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Let's get those likes up. Who's your choice for new Leafs GM and head coach? Head coach Pete DeBoer. GM. Give me Judd Moldaver. Someone floated a conspiracy theory that Judd would be angling for the Leafs job. And I just thought it was interesting. Hey, hiring an agent has paid off for Montreal. It's paid off for the Blue Jackets. Kyle Dubas is a former agent. That's paid off for the Penguins. Stopped by Ullmark. 18:08 to go in the first period. Avalanche assistant general manager Andrew Wilson. Thank you, Drew. I've never heard of that person. You guys should do the Afroman trial for VIP. It's hilarious. That is a really good idea. Should the Leafs sign Corey Perry? Anyone who loves Corey Perry should stop him from signing here. Wow, Dylan Cousins, what a move. Gross. Here come the Sens. Matherson hands it off. Shabbat. Cousins. Shabbat. On. Stopped by Wool. 1:12 to go in 4-on-4 action. Geez, a lot of whistles here. Start this game. There's a Leaf suck. Face off in the Leaf zone. Grew versus Stützle. Oh my God! Drop the puck. We're not even 2.5 minutes into this game. There you go. Leafs clear the zone. JD Atkinson. I still say Mark Letestu for head coach. I'm open to that. Honestly. Here come the Sens. Pete DeBoer has had a lot of success, but I would like a new, someone with new ideas. Younger coach. We need haircuts from the $125 barber, says 9 Goofy Goober. Clevin in his own end. Here comes Brady Tkachuk. Down Main Street. Pushed to the side by McCabe. Hands it off. Stützle hands it off. Shot. That goes wide. It was Spence. Stützle claims it in the neutral zone. Gets around Cowan. 1-on-1 against McCabe. McCabe knocks him down to the ice. Here comes Cowan. Already a fairly physical game. To Stetcher. Shot. Stop by Ullmark. Poke checked away. Good job from Quillen taking it off Tkachuk. Good job, Quillen, keeping it alive. It's Quillen and Cowan. 2 rookies out there together. Cowan gets it all the way back to Benoit, and it's 5-on-5 action now. Benoit bobbles it, bouncing around, and Joshua dumps it all the way down. Joshua throws the body. Ullmark had to clear that post haste. Benoit's got to clear that. Good job. Tavares plays it back. Benoit off the wall. And Robertson cross ice to Joshua. Not very much speed, but lots of power there. Still, oh my goodness, good board work there from Joshua. OEL, there are some heavy hits so far. Myers on, that's deflected into the corner. Mutton Paulo. Lots of hits being thrown here. A fight's going to happen awful soon. You can feel it. Nice. Dumps it. Gilbert gets there. Domi has it in the offensive zone. Sorry. Nice. Clearly being held. All right. Nylander. Leafs moving it around. Geez, Benoit's getting a lot of ice here. Domi. Carlo on high. Oh, imagine he finally scores. Domi. Big collision there in the Sens corner. Carlo, and I didn't even see who it was. Nick Cousins, I guess. Carlo to Benoit. Back to Carlo. Cousins skates away. Hey, Steve, the Leafs or a Leafs player lead the NHL in 3 categories. Any ideas what they are? I'm going to go giveaways, plus minus and blocks. Jake McCabe, I know, I want to say leads the entire league in blocks. I don't know what the others are. Oh yeah, they lead in shots against. You're right. So there's 2. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Drew. Leafs PR says Stoli in hospital for imaging. We saw that, Katie. It's really concerning. Took a William Nylander shot high in warm up. Really, really foolish. Michelli. Allmark plays it to Clevin. DeBoer, does DeBoer's game 7 luck help the Leafs? I mean, I'd kill to make it to a game 1. Carlo in his own end. What's more satisfying, Leafs game or Minecraft? I have never played Minecraft. I'm going to go Minecraft. Carlo, around for OEL. Up. Nylander after it. Nylander creates a turnover. Shot from Nyes. That's blocked. Sens. Here they come. Dylan Cousins. What a pass to Brady Tkachuk, who misses. That would have been a beautiful goal. Steve, it seems like you don't really want to watch this game. You should switch and stream the game that really matters. Blues Canucks. I was waiting for the punchline, and it didn't disappoint. Thank you. That was a fun bit from yesterday's pod. Wool out of the net to play it, playing back-to-back nights with Anthony Stolarz out injured. Myers to Robertson. Cowan. On! That's blocked. Tavares. Can't get it through. Tavares creates a turnover over to Robertson. That's stopped by Hallmark. Cowan keeps it alive. To Tavares. McCabe. Stetcher. On. That didn't get through. It's underneath one of the Sens players, and they blow the play dead. Oh, and he's getting a penalty for gloving the puck. Oh, man, I can't remember the last time I saw one of those. Well, you don't have to move. No, you can lie on top of the puck. Wow, Olmark with a really good save there. No, he put his hand all the way over the puck. You can't do that. Yeah, that's definitely a penalty. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends, and when we come back, it'll be a Leafs power play that we'll be watching. Oh, dear. He took a puck to the throat from Willie in warm-up. People are asking. IMO Nylander is the most toxic guy on this team, despite his unreal talent. It's not worth all the drama. Poor efforts, middle finger, injuring goalies, bad leadership from someone with an A, says Aaron. I don't know if I would go that far, but I am very frustrated that this is not not only did this happen, but it's not even the first time that he's done it. That's very frustrating. The Leafs are the only team I know that can injure their own goaltender before the game starts. Here, like, William, Nylander, Garrett, Sparks, warm up, injury. Was it warm up or practice? Garrett Sparks takes Nylander shot to head during Leafs practice, January 3rd, 2019. Drew, I'll send this to you in case you want to use it. Or actually, I'll send it to the group chat. There you go. Leafs leading face-off percentage. Oh, block shots and getting outshot. So, Leafs power play is underway here. Sens have it behind their net, and they'll just clear it down the ice. Oh, wait, no, they won't. There's Claude Giroux. Oh, Claude Giroux was taken out from behind by Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and he's down, and I think the Leafs are going to get called here. They are. And Giroux, oh boy, he looks real hurt, and I think his nose is bleeding. He's going straight off. But I thought he was favoring his hand a little bit too. OEL might get 5 here. I don't know about. It's definitely a penalty. Oh, so Giroux's head goes into the glass while 2 minutes boarding. So Ekman-Larsson's stick is around Giroux at face level. So when Giroux hits the glass, he also gets the stick. Not great. Drew says, should that be high sticking and not boarding? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Oh, is it Giroux's own stick? No, it might be a combination of both. It's definitely boarding to me. It's boarding. It's a bad hit. I don't know if it had enough force to be 5. It's definitely at least 2. So it's 4-on-4. Leafs had that power play for 20 seconds. Send, shoot. That's deflected, but not on. Zub. Stützle. Shabbat. Stützle. Oh, can't handle the pass. And here comes Stetcher. Odd man rush. He's got Willie. He gets it to Willie. And he puts it off the post. Stetcher. McCabe leaves it for Willie. Domi. McCabe. Leafs look pretty good here. Stetcher. That pass. Oh, it gets to Willie. McCabe. Oh, you had a shot. McCabe all the way around. Domi. Stetcher. Domi. Stetcher. Domi. Oh, toe drag. He's stripped by Stützle. And now here come the Sens. Nylander all over him. Benoit up the ice. Why is Benoit out there in this situation? Berube is really good at this. Why is Carlo out there in this situation? Berube is very good at this. Oh, well, I guess OEL is in the box. All right, fair play. Clevin, hit by Benoit. 4-on-4 action is done. The Sens will have an abbreviated power play. They got 30 seconds here. Dylan Cousins. Spence. 20 seconds. Shabbat. Spence in front. Sens can't get a shot there. 10 seconds. Zetterland causing chaos in front. Batherson. Cousins stopped by Wool. And Cousins going at it with Benoit there. And Giroux is back. This has been a pretty good game so far. God, that would have been a sexy goal for Nylander. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Do the Leafs end the season with more regulation losses than wins? What is their record? Their record is 29, 28, and 13. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I'll take that bet. SLS. I know the season has been awful. Yeah. But we know by August we'll be craving Leaf hockey again. Oh, yeah. Isn't that the way it always works? Nashville will be in a playoff spot to end the day, says Dakota Perrin. Does that mean the Kings lost? Let's look. Penguins beat the Jets 5-4 in the shootout. The Jets getting a point there is big if you're team tank. Yeah, the Sabres dummied the Kings 4-1. And the Predators beat the Golden Knights. So here's the thing. Preds outshot 40-20. They won the game 4-1. Vegas. Vegas isn't very good. But we can't talk about that. Greater than 0% chance they miss the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna, but they might. They're 4 points up on the Kings, and the Kings have a game in hand. Unless the standings just haven't updated, which is definitely possible. 5 points up on the Kraken. The Golden Knights are what? 7, 14-2? Well, that's bad. Puck goes into the stands, and no one caught that. We just got back from commercial break, and the puck went into the stands. Okay, I see 1,400 people watching and only 255 likes. That's garbage, says Sedin Magic, and they're right. Click like, you scallywags. It's free, and it helps us a great big bunch. Insider J Money. First time watching Leafs hockey since last season. Who's excited for another Leafs playoff run? Kiss my ass. Face off in the Leaf zone. The Sens come up with that. Spence on in the slot. Cousins almost came up with that. Cousins ran the Leafs show last time these guys played. Leafs did not have an answer for him. We're over halfway through this period. The shots are 4-3 Leafs. Not a ton making its way through. And a lot of hits. Cowan through the middle of the ice. Cowan shoots. Stopped by Olmark. Cowan has it. In front for Tavares. Stopped by Olmark. All the way down the ice. Is this going to... it's not going to be icing. Weird bounce. What wagon are you jumping on for the playoffs? Oils or Habs? Well, for streaming, it'll be Habs. Assuming they make it. But just to be clear, I want all 16 of you to lose. No, I don't know. Puck is out of play again. As a guy that refuses to pay Rogers for Sportsnet Plus until Treliving and Berube are fired, thank you for your service. I'm so done with Tree and Berube. Tree is worse than John Ferguson Jr. Berube is as bad as Carlisle. Yuck. Listen, I'm not saying they're as bad, but if that's your closest comparable, you're in trouble. Wool behind the net to play it. No one there. Benoit waiting for someone to be there. Philip Myers is there. Up the ice. Horrible pass. And that's icing. 7:33 to go in the first. Yo, the Sens, like, no hate. No hate. Good hockey team that has been kind of undone by goaltending. Their third jersey is hideous. And Allmark's equipment, I think, makes it worse. AHL ass jerseys. They look like the Portland Pirates, who I don't know if they're an AHL team anymore. Ugh. So bad. If they wore their black home jerseys all season, they'd be in a playoff spot. Lawrence. I have no idea what the record is in the red jerseys. Matherson dumps it. Oh, wait, not dumped. What a pass. That is broken up. Yarncroke, who had to be in the lineup, to Stetcher. Stetcher has it again. McCabe. He's waiting for a line change. Nylander. Oh, I can't find Nyes. That would have been beautiful. Here come the Sens with numbers. Leafs have numbers back. Stetcher. Pressured by Amadio. Domi. Nyes. Nyes dumps it and chases after it himself. Nylander collects it. Can't get it in front. Nyes collects. To Grew. Steal the moon, Grew. Nylander at the point. Shot is blocked. And he'll scamper back to get it. 6:10 to go in the first. Craig, why is a one-legged Nyes and Yarn Croak playing? Why? Screw you, I guess. Here's Grew to Carlo. Who dumps it? Michelli after it. And he's going to get called for tripping. It is Michelli. Yeah, generally speaking, you're not supposed to put your stick under player skates. Well, when we come back, the Leafs have, by the way, 3 more Leaf streams after this one. 3 more. Sean Dance, their jerseys look like Star Trek when an admiral comes aboard the Enterprise and the crew needs to dress nicer than usual. That is fantastic. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Hey, did anyone see AJ Greer getting a phone hearing for almost paralyzing Connor Zary? It's a sick league, eh? I know, I'm just a soft hockey fan. You're right. I'm just this big softy. Here's my impression of hockey Twitter. Steve, legitimate criticism. Hockey Twitter, slur. Billy Crystal gif of him handing someone a tissue box, slur. They have like 6 chirps. And none of them are productive or good or smart. The people want oil fan Steve. You might get it. You might get it. The Portland Pirates relocated to Springfield, Massachusetts in 2016. Oh, they're the Springfield team? Falcons? Joseph Woll makes a glove save at the beginning of this power play. Maria, Panther getting a phone hearing is the same as another player getting it in person. That's fair. That's fair. It's like regular season suspension versus playoff. Lawrence. McCabe down the ice. Their road penalty kill is second in the NHL. It's kind of insane how bad they've been considering that. Dylan Cousins. Whoa, that deflects wide off of Jake McCabe's skate. Stützle. Cross ice! That's broken up. There's a broken stick there. I imagine it belongs to Steven Lorentz, who gets a new one. Stützle, shot, scores. Tim Stützle snipes it. 5:02 to go in the first period. And the Sens trying desperately to march toward the playoffs, take the lead in the first period on home ice in this one. Marketing manager Mike, support maximum chaos. Oilers missed the playoffs. So I run a sports media company, and I would like that to not happen. Hey, there he is. Del Taco Vista sent 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you. Thank you. Dan Patrick, if we win the lottery, do we trade for 3 first rounders? No. Sens already back to work in the leave zone. 32nd of the season for Tim Stützle. Robertson almost had a little charge there. Didn't work. Myers off the end board. Amadio hands it off. He'll battle behind the net for it. Moves Myers with ease. OEL's in there, though. Pinto. And the Leafs get out of their own zone. At minimum. Stetcher. Over to McCabe. Up the ice. Deflected into the Sens zone. Batherson. Jeremy says, on that goal by Ottawa, Berube probably, we've got to get a save from Wool there. I mean, you would like, I mean, he was one-on-one with the shooter and got beat, but Max, what are you doing? Leafs are offside by a mile. 3:43 to go in the first. What are you doing? Face off just outside the Sens zone. Dakota Joshua takes the draw. Sens come up with it. Matt and Paulo gains center and dumps it. Myers. Whoop, almost gives it away. Benoit can't get rid of it. Oh, cross ice. Shot. Save by Wool. That was Lars Eller. There are 2 players named 89 in this game, or numbered 89 in this game. It's a good save from Wool. Good form. Da, 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 da. Tavares versus Dylan Cousins in the leave zone. Dylan Cousins getting kicked out of the draw for Brady Tkachuk. Tavares wins that draw. Joshua to Grew. What is this line? Oh, Grew hits his man pretty hard into the end boards in the Sens end. Now it's in the neutral zone. Sens dump it. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. OEL. Can't clear it. In front. That goes wide. Sens get it back. Stopped by Wool. Leafs reeling here. Sens really pouring it on as this period goes further. Tkachuk battling with Carlo. Carlo loses the battle because, like, yeah. Anyway, Cowan skating after it. Cowan's had a good night so far. Chasing Jordan Spence now. Robertson trying to create a turnover. At very least, he gets the Sens to dump it. And now McCabe can take over in his end. To Tavares. 2:20 to go in the first. Tavares, what a move. And I don't know if he got hit or fell. Doesn't matter. Offside. 2:15 to go in the first period. Is it sad that I still have some hope for this game considering our win percentage when Morgan Riley is scratched? So Morgan Riley apparently sustained an injury yesterday, and he is not playing in this game. They look like they have compete. They're trying and everything. There's a good effort. But like they do not look like the better team. Nope. And now here comes Spence. Shot. That's stopped by Wool, but not by much. And Spence had a wide open net and missed it. Clevin. He wasn't on a good angle or anything, but I'm shocked he missed that. Cowan. Oh boy, bobbles it. Shot. That goes wide. I think Wool might have got a piece of it. Drew pointing out that the shots were 6-2. They are now 9-6 for the Sens. 7 straight shots for the Sens, if that math is correct. Here comes Zub. With how Myers can shoot, try him on PP1, says Dan Patrick. He does have a shot, but like, when has it ever gone in? And earlier tonight, it's like, I wonder if he can pass it. He can't pass it. Icing against the Sens with 1:04 to go in the first period. So, Drew, do you know if the Leafs have anyone on their bench right now, like a goalie? It doesn't look like it, yeah, and I don't remember anything being announced. Because my guess is someone will have suited up by the time we get to second period. Sens come up with the puck off the draw. Can't clear the zone, though. Now they do. Myers kicks it over to OEL, who didn't know that's what he was doing. OEL. Myers bobbling the puck. Myers. I can't defend you, bro. Willie. Domi. Hard around. Myers kept it at the line. Domi. Wasn't a good pass to Domi. Domi. Still battling. To Willie. 20 seconds to go. OEL. Loses the zone. Does not lose the puck. Myers. Nice. Here comes Nice. Dumps it for himself. Tries to get around Shabbat. Nice. Shoot it! And end of the first period. Leafs down 1-0. Here in Ottawa. Battle of Ontario. On this Saturday night. Baby. Where the hell is my husband? Why is it taking him so long to find me, he? Hockey night in Canada. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. I don't know. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. You can't tell me that song doesn't absolutely bang. Baby, but it is my husband. Banger. We need more Bob Cole, says SLS. Yes, Drew. I have talked about how awful these Sens jerseys are. And I would gladly continue. Hey, guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. No. Elmo?
Can I step?
Yeah, I can.
Did you know the Vaporeon is the most compatible? I'm not actually gonna do it. I'm not actually gonna do it.
Can someone delete Stutzla and Cousins for De Sol? Says James. I'll talk to someone. Someone called David Ayers, says Sedin Magic. That wise guy. Hey, Steve, biggest Robertson fan from Ottawa, listening live from the CTC. You're in the building? Hi. Would you trade down to like 3rd overall if we win the draft lottery? No. I mean, no. I guess no. Yeah, no. Why would you? Well, so that you can get the guy you want. Well, no, if you're 1st overall, you get the guy you want. So Ivor Stenberg looks really good. Wheaton Verhoef. That's his name, right? Verhoof. Gavin McKenna. I mean, imagine getting John Tavares and Austin Matthews to teach Gavin McKenna how to be an elite center in the NHL, like Tavares playing on like his wing or something like that. It'd be pretty great. It would fix a lot of what ails the Leafs pretty quickly. Anyone else missing Matthews, or is it just me? I don't think it's just you. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Drew. The high-pitched voice you just did sounded like Mickey Mouse gargling salt water. On that note, Drew, what's our first intermission clip? It's us talking about the Western Conference playoff race and how stupid this format is.
So, that is the clip we're going to show you right now, but don't go anywhere. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all of Elmo's friends.
In the West, we are kind of laughing because, again, this is like the 2nd year in 3 where they're sleepwalking to the playoffs. In the wild card, you guys, one of you mentioned it. I forget which one. LA won last night, and they got
they lost. Yeah. They lost in overtime and gained.
And
because they're the only team to get a point in the Pacific. Yeah.
Sharks got shut out. Kraken have been. Jesse, do you still have that since the Olympic break? They're 4-8. I can't believe how bad the Kraken have been.
2nd worst team in the league since the Olympics.
Yeah, they're tied down there. Yeah.
Good for Bobby McMahon, though. He's
poor Bobby went from the worst team since the Olympic break to the 2nd worst
team. But hey, they're in the playoff race,
and he's their friggin' MVP right now. Holy!
Are the Predators going to do this? They simply can't, right?
The math, though. The math is like. There's a couple teams playing really well. I think the Sens and the Preds are in a very similar conversation where, like, yeah, you're both punching above your weight. You're both doing really well. You might just be running out of time.
Here's what it is.
But they're way closer.
Okay. LA, 68 games, 72 points. They're the 2nd wild card. Kraken, 68 games, 71 points. Nashville, 68 games, 71 points. San Jose, 67, 70 points.
San Jose was in the playoffs 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, they're also, the other teams have a game, San Jose has a game in hand over those guys, so they have to win.
Well, they certainly do, because now they're, like, forget the points, they're 3 teams out of the playoffs. If you look at it like that,
yep,
you got to hop 3 teams.
Well, they lost 3 in a row. It's not good.
Nope. Generally speaking, no. And then there's Utah that's like, hello, just chilling above everyone. Utah, by the way, would be tied for their wild card 1. They would be tied for the Pacific Division lead.
Actually, they'd be leading it because they have more regulation wins.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go.
They should be leading.
The system is fucking stupid, and we need to stop. We need to stop this.
Wild card 1 is like a very efficient spot to be in the West right now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a good spot. If the LA Kings don't make the playoffs,
go Kings, go.
That will be hilarious.
Go Kings, go. Come on, Scott. No, you know what it's going to be? They're going to be like 1 point out.
Oh,
They're going to be down 1, 10 seconds to go. Lawton breakaway. Post.
no way. Did you
Slapper
see-
off the post. Goes down to the other end.
Do you have the Bettman quotes about the playoffs? In the GM meeting?
We can pull them if you want. Yeah.
Was he defiant and shitty?
So Michael Russo had a really good article on Bettman's comments from the GM meetings, his press conference there. One of the standouts was him talking about the playoff format. He said, "It gives us a sensational first round, probably the best playoff first round in any sport. We get more games and longer series as a result of the format."
Yeah, so that's manufactured nonsense. I mean, yeah, okay. Again, it's an entertainment product, not a sporting product. And as long as you're honest about that, I guess I can live with it. But it's anti-sporting. It does not award the teams that do better. It does not reward the teams that do better.
Can I tell you what I think's happened here?
Gary's dug in and
from the
has
network
never bent
perspective.
about anything.
No, hold on. From the network perspective, the TV rights holders, the reason they're not fighting this, because if they fought this, then the NHL would have to listen. Most of the money is spent in the first round. By the time the Stanley Cup Finals rolls around, the ratings are the lower. I mean, I know people are like, well, Edmonton's in and it's this many people, whatever. Yeah, but imagine when there's like 4 Canadian teams in. Imagine what the ratings look like then. So I think the thing is that the reason the NHL is doing this is purely financial. And I'm not saying it's the right thing and I disagree with it, whatever. Just so people know, most sponsors want to buy the first round and they don't really care about the rest of it. And that's why some will stick around the whole time. You'll see like, well, it's the Instacart intermission or the Ozempic intermission, like what Sportsnet has. But most of the time, most of the money is spent there, which is why they're loading it up. Is it anti-sporting? Yes. Is it dumb? Yes. Does everybody hate it except for Gary? Yes. But the TV networks like it. And that's what Gary's after.
He went on to say, and you can always pick at certain situations in any given year and say, well, I'd like it to be different that year. But if you look at the body of work that our playoffs represent over time and what we have now works extraordinarily well. And I don't think anybody would agree with that. It works backwards to really how it should be.
He's really good at broad platitudes and no specific examples.
Yes.
Like, what was your favorite playoff, Gary?
Teams who win more games are not being rewarded in your playoff format.
Yeah.
What is
Utah
happening in the
Mammoth
Central is so stupid.
should be hosting home playoff games to start the playoffs. And I'm sure Ryan Smith is over the moon knowing that instead of being the 4th seed in the conference, he has to go on the road as a wild card seed and play those early games, the first ever playoff games for Utah on the road.
And how
sure
about
he
the
would
division
hate
winner?
to have those at home?
How about the division winner of the Pacific going, oh, great. That's awesome. Can't wait to play literally a better team than us. A team that finished ahead of us in the first round.
Yeah.
What a great reward.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we won the division, especially our first year in a long time in the playoffs. And we get to play a team that is ahead of us in the standings.
It's ridiculous.
Instead of what should be. You're supposed to be playing a team that barely squeaked in. And when an underdog wins, it's supposed to be crazy because that rarely ever happens. The Kings beating the Canucks 2012, I think it was. That's supposed to be nuts. But now it's just manufactured.
I think too,
nonsense.
you know, when you look at it so from Ryan Smith's perspective specifically, because they're the team that right now, if the playoffs started today, they're the ones who'd be getting screwed.
Well, them and the Dallas, Colorado, Minnesota trio.
100%.
Because that's fucked. Like,
it's fucked.
There's no way you have the top teams in the conference playing each other in the first round.
Can I give you a really stupid idea?
No, let me jump in with the point I was going to make.
Oh,
first.
okay.
Okay. Think about playoff revenue. 7-game series.
Yeah.
Let's say it goes to 7. Anaheim is going to get the $3 or $4 million that you make on a home game on Game 7, not Utah. Because it would be Utah versus Anaheim. And so then we move the schedule to 84 games next year, as you saw. The Toronto Maple Leafs are allowing season ticket holders first dibs on Game 42. How lucky are you guys? Lucky. Then you look, okay, well, you're going to make that up in the 84th game. Fuck off. No one cares about the last home game. Nobody cares about the last home game. And when we're talking about we're talking about playoff revenue, excitement in the city, players being there, all of that. The Utah Mammoth, which he just spent $1 billion to acquire and is going to spend another $500 million renovating that arena for the Olympics and for the team. He's going to miss out on that revenue just because Gary wants it for the TV people.
Yes.
And I think here's the deal. If I'm Ryan Smith, I'm like, yo, Gary, that's cool. How about we work both of these in? This is ridiculous. If you don't earn the proper spot in the regular season, what is the point in playing the games?
Can I raise my hand?
Yeah, go.
And ask a question.
Yeah.
The NHL has outwardly, out loud said we want longer series. Is that not exactly what they said?
Yeah, kind of, in a way.
Okay, refs should have to answer questions after every single game. Refs
Gary,
should absolutely have to. They literally they're manufacturing, by their own admission, longer playoff series.
Yeah, but
so if
we
I go
know
up,
how they ref, Steve, they said it on mic to everybody.
I know, but they should have to admit it on purpose. That was by accident.
Yeah.
After my team goes up 3-0 in the first round, and all of a sudden the other team starts to creep into it, and every call looks a little funny. Nope. No. You're answering a question after every single game, and everyone should insist on it. Stupid suggestion. Not that one. That's a smart suggestion. Stupid suggestion. If this is the crap you're going to do, here's what it is. 8 teams make the playoffs. The 8 teams with the most points make it. And you're like, yes, Steve, we want a 1-8 system. Gary is never going to relent to that. You throw all 8 teams into a lottery thing, just like the draft, and you spin it, and you pick teams until you get all the matchups. You decide who the first round opponents are by lottery balls.
Okay. Gary said
that's not going to work. They'll never do that. No one's agreeing to that. No one.
I think that's worse than Gary's system.
But I think,
well, why not? Why not?
System was
Let's just do it.
The old system was they had 6.
How is it different than Gary's system?
I'm going to read the rest of Gary's stuff.
It's not a whole lot different.
No?
That's a good point.
If you look at the races for the playoffs, I think it's virtually impossible to say that the regular season has no meaning. To the contrary, every game counts, which is the baseline of anything. Going to 84 games, what that really does is balance off divisional play. Every team will play every other twice home. Every team will play every other twice home and twice away, which I think is good. So we're not doing any rotation within the division. If anything, it makes it more impactful.
Well, I don't think that. Okay, I don't care. Good, fine. 84 games is immaterial to me. This is where the guys that don't consume the game don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the reason that they're okay with how terrible it is to watch hockey in the States on ESPN Plus, the reason they're cool with that is because they don't watch it like we watch it. And they're not paying for their subscriptions, and they're not worried about it because they have direct lines to their house. My thing is this. You could go back to the format before this, which was you had 3 divisions back then in each conference, right? So there were 6 in the sport, and each division winner got a bye into the 1, 2, or 3 based on their points. So if you won the division, but team 4 is still better than team 3, doesn't matter. You didn't win your division. Okay. Why don't we just not make it confusing? There's 2 divisions in each conference. Division winners from each get 1 and 2. Everything else is up to points.
You don't even need that. The divisions can be immaterial, and you just seed it 1 through 8.
Why do you? I think the division's supposed to be based.
Divisions is for traveling. That's why you have conferences. That's why you have divisions. They break it down so travel is easier because you play your division more. So then travel is easier on the players.
So I'm just trying to find a compromise, I guess.
But the NBA has gone away from playoff seeding, divisions determining playoff seeding. You can just play 1 through 8. That's fine. Like you can still win your division. You could win your division in the NBA, but doesn't mean you get a certain seed. It's just seeded by how you did in the regular season. So, which would be the most fair because those are the games you played and won and lost.
Yeah. What we are forgetting is the old 1 through 8 seeding wasn't true 1 through 8. Like there were 6 divisions, so it was maybe a little easier to do. But it was the 3 division leaders, and then it was
that's what I'm just
4 through 8. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
My point is this. I feel like you've got to, if you're an owner, you got to have that money conversation. It's about the money. And you know who else would be pissed off? And this is a great segue because I'm pretty great at this. I'm kidding. Is Tom Dundon. If Tom Dundon got fucked by this, you know he'd talk about it. And in fact,
the Hurricanes are about to get thunder fucked on every NHL decision for the next 3 years.
So it all started with a friend of the show and network co-worker Alan Walsh tweeting out that there had been some sort of shouting match at the GM meetings this week. And Michael Russo from that same article named the GM because Alan didn't.
Stove Dingle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Let me tweet this out. Second period. Oh, we did clip the Nylander stuff? Sport Logic apparently on the broadcast said going low glove on Joseph Woll is the best thing. Now, that doesn't move me because I feel like glove side is how you beat most goalies. But I think it's supposed to be low blocker is the perfect shot, but I want to say high glove is statistically how you beat most goalies. I could be wrong. If I would like to see his numbers versus the league, because obviously they would have that number. And if that's the holy cow, there's still a lot of Leaf fans in Ottawa. Puck is dropped on the second period. Rye STP VIP, welcome. And speaking of playoffs, CBJ talk when? So here's the problem with talking about the Columbus Blue Jackets. We don't really know what to say about them other than, holy cow, they're good. Still no backup goalie on the Leafs bench, by the way. The Columbus Blue Jackets are on like a honestly a St. Louis Blues 2019 run. The 2019 Blues get brought up way too often. The Blue Jackets are like actually an accurate comparison. Whistle icing against the Sens. I was going to say you could argue Buffalo, but Buffalo fired their GM. I'd love to know when the Leafs' last shot on goal was because it wasn't recent. Max Domi, offensive zone draw. Oh my God. This ref is kicking out everyone. Domi and the Leafs come up with it. Shot goes out of play, and so we'll get another face-off. I think this one comes out of the Sens zone, though. Wow, lowest save percentage since 96-97, single season. They have the Sens on there on the broadcast. That's crazy. I'm surprised Reimer hasn't played more. He's been a good Sen. He has. He's helped them win games. But at the end of the day, if the Sens are going to do anything, like they need Allmark to play and to play well. Sens win that draw. It ended up being in their zone. McCabe's got to go get it, being pressured by Amadio. Domi. Oh, gives it away. Brutal giveaway. Amadio almost scored a beauty. Wool doesn't have a stick right now. He gets it from Jake McCabe. Nick Cousins. Cross to Shabbat. Not a good pass. Hops over Shabbat's stick. Amadio. Sens might be offside here. They're pressuring anyway. Amadio and McCabe battle back to the point. Clavin. McCabe lays a decent hit on Stützle. Giroux comes up with it. Bomb from the point from Jordan Spence is stopped by Wool. Domi can't clear that puck. Batherson. Here's a lane for Stützle, who falls. No way. Sends with it. Spence. Hands it off. Perfect pass to Matthew Nyes. They don't play on the same team. He clears it, and it won't be enough for icing. Robertson. Battling. Pressuring. Cowan collects it in the neutral zone. Gets it back to his D-men. And Robertson. Oh, what a play! Shot! Cowan rebound! Oh! Tavares batted that out of the air to keep it alive, and it created a scoring chance. Shot stopped by Wool. Rebound. Sens come up with it. They're working it around at the point. Gilbert. That is blocked. Oh, that looked like it stung Myers. And Cowan. Now here they come. Robertson and Cowan working away. Pass to Tavares. Tries to hook it to Robertson. Doesn't work. Cowan. Chasing. Here come the Sens. Martin Paulo. Shot. Stopped by the blocker of Wool. Quillen. Can't get it to Yarncroke. Quillen would definitely have a goal by now if it wasn't for Yarncroke. A goal or assist, a point. Sorry, Miss Dangle. Ooh, I am for eels. Never meant to make the Leafs fan cry. I am several fish and not one guy. Thank you, Emo Jalapeno. Shot. Stopped by Wool. 16-16 to go in the second period. Sometimes the internet's pretty good. Is that a Go Leafs Go chant? Grew laying the body. Leafs in the offensive zone trying to pressure on the perimeter as is their custom. Michelli, he kept it alive for a moment. McCabe, cross ice hard to Grew. Cross ice hard to Michelli. Michelli shoots. Stopped by Allmark. Joshua, Michelli to the point. It's Stetcher. Cross ice to McCabe. McCabe on. That's it. It's a bunch of bodies. Michelli gives it away. I saw the vision. Wasn't a good pass. Pinto on. That goes wide. Stetcher. Gilbert holds it at the line. Martin Paulo. Hard around. Grew. Stetcher. Grew. Bats it into the neutral zone for Michelli. Deep into their shift. Cross ice. Nyes will dump it as the Leafs change. Dan Patrick, Domi second line center next year, all year. No! Anyway, 14-42 to go in the second period. Pew Suter just scored against the Canucks. I'm allowed to be angry, right? Sedin Magic, I could not tell you who he plays for. Oh, it's got to be the Blues, right? Oh, yeah, he's a Blue. He's a Blue. That's a Blue. That's a Blue. That's a Blue. That's a Blue. Myers. Pick a duck. Anyway, Benoit. I'm just emoting at this point. Big battle going on in front of the Leafs net. Nylander steals it off of Stützle. He turns it over. Why? Nyes takes down Jordan Spence, but now here come the Sens. It's Giroux. Giroux feathers it in. Wool gets run over by Stützle. The Sens are celebrating a goal, and you must have fallen and bumped your head. And as for usual, Carlo, you useless lump, get off my hockey team. God, do I resent the day you darkened our doorstep. Get out of here. Stick up for your goalie. Holy shit! It's impossible you were ever a Bruin. God almighty. Impossible. We go to commercial break. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Retain as much as you need to. Get out of here. Good Lord. What a loathsome hockey player. Ronnie Rosado. Sometimes I listen to the pod at 1.5 speed. You're crazy. The outro that fast makes me want to shake my ass till my thighs burn like the surface of the sun. Wow. We did several gears just now. Meme Empress, you'll probably go to bed earlier than me tonight. I doubt that. Oh no. Oh no. Tyler Hellard just texted me. Tyler Hellard, the author of Searching for Terry Punch-Out. And they're showing their wife our stream. And I'm sure you tuned in right on time for me to go off on Brandon Carlo like a psycho. Hi. BT7. Will trivia come back? Yeah. I don't know when, but yeah. Meme Empress. I also choose Ducklet. You said pick a duck. Stop it with your Pokemon! Sedin Magic. The Bruins probably couldn't take that first fast enough for Carlo. Oh, I know they were high-fiving and laughing. Leafs on the power play right now because they didn't retaliate against Stützle, but also who cares? Nah, Carlo got to be an industry plant. Buddy, I've been on this theory for months. Nice. What a move. Drives. Michelli robbed. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely robbed by the glove of Linus Ullmark. And he just lifts his eyebrows. Mattias Michelli. He of Italian heritage. His thick, expressive eyebrows. I know the type. Sheesh, that is a good save. Sheesh kabibbles. John Tavares on the draw. Can't come up with it. Battle in the corner. Nylander gets it to Tavares. Oh, you had a shot there, Johnny. Nice. Willie. Down low. Hey. Didn't work. OEL at the point. That pass. The Leafs passing has been garbage all night. 1:15 to go in this power play. Michelli. Willie. Swatted away by the Sens and down the ice. 1 minute to go in this power play. I want to see the second unit just to see who the hell's on it at this point. No Riley, no Matthews, no one. Michelli, Tavares, Michelli to the point. Ekman Larson finds Nyes. They're slinging it around pretty good. Can you put it in a dangerous spot though, fellas? Willie, down low. Michelli, Tavares! That's blocked. That was a nice pass though. Willie, what on earth was that pass? 25 seconds to go in this power play. Because, yeah, Drew's like, why isn't Willie just walking in and sniping? They're a joke of a team. Like, I don't know what else to tell you at this point in the season, right? Michelli turns it over. And the Sens have an odd man rush to end that power play. Not a good one. Here comes Ridley Grigg. That misses high. Stützle. To the point. Oh, good keep there by Zub. Oh, dude. So Ridley Grigg tipped it in, and Troy Stetcher immediately saying high stick. And Ridley Gregg's reaction should tell you everything. He didn't even celebrate. The call on the ice, I believe, is no goal. I thought it was Troy Stetcher who tipped it. That's why when Troy put his stick up, I was like, you're an idiot. Oh, no, that's Grigg for sure. I mean, they're going to review it. No, it's like above his head. Above his shoulder. It's above his head. No, that's no chance. That's not a goal. No chance. Do I want this team to lose? Yes, but I want them to have a bloody pulse while doing so and stick up for each other. What a joke. We need bottom of 5 picks, says Nick. Stranger. Hi, Steve. Hi. Instead of going away this weekend, I'm stuck in bed with pneumonia. Well, why'd you do that? Call on the ice stands, no goal. Fastest high stick review ever. Sucks. The stream is a good distraction. Thanks. I'm doing my best. Rachel Bishop planned a trip to visit Disneyland to check out SAP Center with Leafs and Sharks. Do I stay the extra day in Anaheim to see the March 30th game, or stick with the plan and take the scenic Pacific Coast Highway in a more leisurely pace? I do love the Pacific Coast Highway. I did that drive, San Francisco all the way down to LA. Can you do both? Is it possible to do both? Try to do both. It's pretty far. Bo Grew is blocked. Brady Tkachuk, neutral zone. He's had a bit of a quiet game so far. I imagine that's going to change. Sens working it around at the point. Spence, Clevin on, booted. Why did you kick at that? Claude Giroux puts it in on the rebound, and it's 2-0 Ottawa. I need to see this goal again. Who kicked it? They're working it around at the point. Clevin on. Spence, Clevin. Oh, you know what? That's just a. Oh, you know what? I thought it was kicked. Giroux tipped it, and that's what I thought the kick was. It was stopped by Wool initially, and then he buries the rebound. All right. That's a good goal for Claude Giroux, who left the game in the first period but returned after getting boarded by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Shots 17-9 for the Sens. Score 2-0. One day the sun will explode, and we will all be free of this mortal coil. Joseph Woll makes a save. Sens working it around again. What a slog, bro. Spence on. Oh, Quillen just took down his man hard. Was that Cousins? It was Zetterland. So it's going to be interference against Quillen. The reason I guessed Nick Cousins is Quillen hates him, because Quillen, in his first career NHL game, which I believe was last year or 2 years ago, got into a collision with Nick Cousins, and I believe he broke his leg or he suffered some sort of injury. So basically he played like 1 or 2 shifts in his NHL debut and then was out for an extended period of time. So this will be a power play for Ottawa, a chance to really, really stick it to the Leafs here. Meme Empress says, Unova, okay, more Pokemon stuff. Unova's gym leaders are the only time we've had gym leaders hyper involved in dealing region's evil team. One of them literally throws hands. Oh, hell yeah. You should trade Carlo for Bryson. He throws hands. I wish you could trade guys for Pokemon. Del Tago Vista, thank you for the 5 STPN memberships. Steve will suggest going to San Diego. I will. I wish I did. Hi. James, I'm out of beer. Leafs need to make this interesting. Do you have gummies? T-Man, did you find Terry Punch-Out yet? I did. I found him. I friggin' found him. We can talk about Terry Punch-Out at the next commercial break. Leafs ice it. Well, send it down the ice. Throw on the penalty kill. They can't ice it. Shabbat. Stutzla gives it away. Yarncroak has Lorentz with him. Drew goes, how would you know Yarncroak is such a good penalty killer if he wasn't playing? It's just about the only thing he does moderately usefully. Oh, what a save by Wool. And the Leafs are not making his night easy. And here we go. Brady Tkachuk. And it's Carlo in front. He's not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. How many fights do I think Carlo has as a Leaf? One. He fought someone on the Kings in LA last year. He definitely did. Do not have gummies, only smoked version in Finland, says Yanni Havisto. Yeah, but what if you have dainty lungs like I do? Fabian Zetterlund has gone to the dressing room, by the way, after that collision with Jacob Quillen, and that is why Quillen is currently in the box. Stutzla. To the point. Spence. Cross ice. One-timer. That is blocked. Stetcher. All the way down the ice. Oh, what? So Drew's saying he has 2 fights as a Leaf. His last fight was the last game before the Olympic break against Darnell Nurse. How did he do? Because Nurse can, like, kill you. Oh, one-timer again. This is just a shooting gallery. Wool should just leave the net in protest. Leafs kill this penalty, but they're still just running around, dude. Stutzla. I will give Tim Stutzla this. Maybe the most fun name to say. Shabbat. Shabbat. Oh, good stick from Lorentz on Stutzla. Here come the Sens. Oh, good play there from Philip Myers. Under 8 minutes to go in the second. Shots 20-9. Ugh. Hello, Steven. Are you my mother? Since we have our first playoffless LFR season in 10 years, is there any chance some Raptors FR on their playoff run or JFR? There's no chance of that, unfortunately. I do have a long, hard, difficult summer project that I agreed to because I'm stupid. And also, I'm going to be streaming a lot of playoff games, even though the Leafs aren't going to be in it. I'm excited about our draft coverage. I have Canada Reads that I'm going to be doing April 13th to 16th. Icing against the Leafs with exactly 7 minutes to go in the second. Spence goes after Tavares. Someone drop him. God, you guys suck. Bro, what's meme Empress? Like, what type of stuff are you reading? Unova's gym leader got crucified in the manga too. That's not a joke. Team Plasma, that's the evil team, is Pokemon's PETA. They have two banger themes. I used to know everything about Pokemon. And it's always trippy when you come to learn that you couldn't possibly. You couldn't possibly. I couldn't possibly. I would love to. Tavares. Myers. Cowan. Oh, Robertson, not a great pass to Tavares. He would have had a 1T there. Now the Sens break it out. Shot from Eller. That's stopped by Wool. Would you like a save there, Craig? Sens in front. Eller. Stopped by Wool. You like a save there, Craig? McCabe. Drew is reminding us all the shots were 6-2 Toronto. They're currently 22-9 for the Sens. Wool prevents that shot. Shot. That's blocked by Jake McCabe because, of course, Domi. Under 6 minutes to go here. Pinto. Cross ice. Amadio chasing. Leaf legend. Battle behind the Leafs net. In the corner. It's at the point. Spence! Stop by Wool. You need a save there. Nylander has it taken off him by Clevin, giving chase. Benoit's got to chase this down in his own end. Could the Leafs follow the Florida, Dallas, Carolina model and just get high-end Finnish players because they all play the right way? Okay, so no, the Leafs can't do that because if you look at their recent track record in drafting Finns, it's abysmal. It's really, really, really bad. None of them have worked out. Shot! Stop by Wool. You need a save there, right? You need a save there. Under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Sens running the Leaf show. It's 2-0. Hey, Steve, did you get out to climb Jacob's ladder while you were in Truro this week? I did not. I prioritized sleep in my child-free hotel room and also hanging out with people I had never met because I wanted to meet them, and then I met them. And also, I just wasn't there very long. I will be back to the East Coast. Trust me. STL to the max. In your lifetime, what is the Leafs' most disappointing trade acquisition? Does Carlo meddle in that discussion? I mean, I still have to go Rask Raycroft, and that seems like a cop-out answer, but it was the first trade. Like when you're a kid, your team can do no wrong, right? Every trade they make is smart because you love them and you assume it's going to work out. Rask for Raycroft is the first trade I can remember being like, wait, that's stupid. The 2005 World Juniors were awesome because Canada had this incredible team, and Justin Pogge, who was a Leafs prospect, was their goalie. He won MVP of the tournament. Tuukka Rask, who was also a Leafs prospect, won best goalie. You see? So when the Leafs made that trade, like I remember watching Finland versus Sweden that year. Someone please find the box score. Sweden killed them in terms of shots and scoring chances and zone time. And I saw this goalie just stand on his head. I was like, who is this guy? What do you mean he's a Leafs prospect? And then when I heard they traded him, I was like, oh, that was really stupid. So I'm going to go with that one. Brandon Carlo is a spy teddy bear with a camera for an eyeball who's actively doing espionage for Boston, and not one person can convince me otherwise, says JD Atkinson. Excuse me. Let me screenshot that for potential LFR purposes. That is just a really good post on the internet. Closer and closer to a beautiful first round pick, says Owie. Still blows me away that a year ago I was watching every game this year. I think we have watched maybe 15 games. Honestly, that's more than a lot of Leaf fans, dude. Steve, I think the most important question, if you could assemble a lineup of 6 Pokemon to play for the Leafs, who plays what position? Icing against the Sens. I feel like we've done this before. Can maybe save it for intermission. I'd have to think. And I would only use the original 151 because the rest are nonsense. I said what I said. If Cowboy ever scores twice, you can say it's not his first rodeo, it's his second. Emo jalapeno, that is lovely. You guys are so good at the internet. Snorlax for goalie is obvious. I've been waiting to say it when it happens, but I'm getting impatient. Emo jalapeno, can I put a bet on this? Can I put a bet on this? Last game of the season. Last game of the season. Last home game of the season. Just over 4 minutes to go in the second period. Shots are 25-9. Ref waves off icing because he feels bad. Zub. Sens take it because the Leafs stink. Domi collects it. Tries to get it to Stetcher. He didn't want it. McCabe. Cross ice. That bounces off Domi. Oh, here we go. Nylander. Nice. Nice. Can't get the shot off. 3:35 to go in the second period. Here come the Sens. Oh my goodness, what a move. What? Post. Is that Michael Amadio? Who made you, Pavel Datsyuk? Who knit you? Who knit you, bud? I know, I'm sorry. I'll stop. 3:10 to go in the second. Nice. Very nearly gives that away. Benoit. Icing against the Leafs with exactly 3 minutes to go in the second. This is ugly, horrific, catastrophic hockey. Drew said, I feel like I'm watching an NHL team play against a team that's not in the NHL. This is like Mystery Alaska if the team from Mystery Alaska just sucked and like didn't make it close. Don't say spoilers. If you've watched it, great. If you haven't watched it yet, you weren't going to. But it's a hockey movie starring Russell Crowe. It's a real thing that a real movie studio made and people paid legal tender to watch in theater. I'm not hating on it, Drew. It's just the concept is ridiculous. I need to look up the cast. IMDb. Australian people can play Americans, you're right. Oh, this is from 1999. I thought it was older. Yo, there's some good actors in this. What the? All right. Here, we'll do it later. Sens in the Leafs end because of course they are. Battle along the boards. Amadio hooks it in. Stop by Wool. You need a save there, right, Craig? You need a save. Myers. Shot. Warren Fogle beats Joseph Wool straight up. And just as I was thinking, who the hell wears 37? Warren Fogle reminds us all he is an Ottawa Senator, part of a very interesting trade deadline for the Ottawa Senators as they bought and sold. Warren Fogle was one of their buys, and boy, that's a nice shot. I think it might have gone off of Simone Benoit's knee. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's a giveaway from Philip Myers, first and foremost. I think that hit Simone Benoit. It beats Wool a little too clean, and he looked confused by it. Del Tago Vista, gracias for the 5 SDPN memberships. 5 goals in his last 11 games, says the Sportsnet broadcast. If the Leafs don't trade Rask, they must win at least one cup in the 2010s, eh? Not necessarily. John Tavares gets on the board. And less than 2 minutes to go in the second, John Tavares scores to make this thing 3-1. The Sens out shooting the Leafs 26-10. And the Leafs won't go all the way away, just like their last meeting in Toronto. Cowan through the neutral zone, gives it to Tavares. Cowan, Tavares buries it. What's old is new, and what's new is now. Easton Cowan having a lovely game under the blocker arm of Linus Ullmark. What a goal from John Tavares. And the Leafs alive. Vaguely, barely, but they are alive. 25th of the season for Johnny T. Hey, Steve Burt, how was Churro? I just finished reading Searching for Terry Punch-Out. Surprised you recommended it since it features a Zamboni driver. As we get to commercial break, I enjoyed Churro. I always enjoy going to the East Coast. I friggin' love it. The Toronto Maple Leafs should pay Steve Dangle and the Maple Leafs fans hazard pay for making them sit through Leafs games this year. Yeah, I agree. One Leaf game per year should be free. One regular season Leaf game should be free. Dan Patrick, March 30th, 5+ fights over or under. Look at them tonight. Under. Butcher, what about Adam Mayer for Aki Berg? You know what's crazy is that you remember who was involved in that trade. Adam Mayer, I mean, Berg was a top 5 pick, which is crazy. Disappointing. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. But, like, dude, Rask for Raycroft. Come on now. A year ago today, I was in a Toronto hotel because Heathrow caught fire and a flight got canceled. These Leafs are worse. At least I got paid 640 quid for the flight, says JD Atkinson. Do you like my use of the word quid? I know words. I know Britain things. Steve should rate Mega Pokemon. Drew, that's all up to you. Tavares, who Adam keeps saying is no longer a second-line center, now has more goals than Willie. Just saying. Boy, that makes me feel bad for multiple reasons. Francois Labelle, crap, just came back from my birthday supper. Happy birthday! Bonne fête à toi. Bonne fête à toi. Bonne fête, bonne fête, bonne fête à toi. I am assuming he's French, Drew, because his name is Francois and he cheers for the Habs. I am assuming that. How dare you? I wonder if Francois Labelle... No, Francois Labelle is... Shut up, Drew. Tavares. That's not Tavares at all. That's Dakota Joshua. Grew! Stop by Omar. Good scoring chance, though. Under a minute to go in the second now. Anyway, Habs losing 2-1 to the Islanders. Columbus won. Come on, Leafs. Give me my present win in regulation. It ain't happening, big bro. It ain't happening. I'm sorry. It's not in the cards. Je m'excuse. You ready for 2 more LFRs next season? I am. I will take 84 games and no Olympics. Oh, Nylander. Yeah, the compressed schedule has just been murder. It's been hard. Oh, giveaway from Wool. Amadio can't get the shot off. Oh, that would have been ugly. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. Bouncing. Nylander bodied by Zub. Leafs 3-on-1. Stetcher, Cowan, get the shot off for God's sake. They don't even get the shot off, and there's going to be a penalty here. Hook. Is it going against Thomas Chabot? They're getting a power play out of it. What on earth happened there? Sabres win 4-1. Let's go Buffalo. Kolyakovo and Steen for Stempniak. That was a bad one. Hey, Steve, how's your fursona coming along? I'm sure the chat can help if you need it. All the furries have to stick together. What's the matter? Yeah, I agree with Rob. Rob, I can tell it's you because of the way you type. Please no, I'm just trying to vibe. Let Rob vibe. Season from hell, but is there a silver lining? Sean, you know what? It's good that you asked that. No. And the clock winds down. Shots are 26-11 for Ottawa. Score is 3-1 for Ottawa. And for some reason, there's still another 20 minutes to play. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Drew, do you have a graphic from the Calgary event that I sent you yesterday? I sort of sprung this on you. Scalies and furries. What are either of those things? Is Amadio? It's a me, Amadio, the most underrated defensive player in the league. Yes or yes? He is quite good. It was weird. Like, I saw him play as a Leaf, and I was like, oh, this guy can't skate. Like, he wasn't a very good skater. And then you went to Vegas and was like instantly good. Francois Lebel says, I am 11th generation from Normandy. We found a transcript of his marriage contract. He got goats and pigs. 1671 made sense. So there you go, Drew. Drew, do you have that graphic there, bud? I can't hear your voice. Oh, it's on screen. There it is. Sorry. Sorry. There you go. Hey, everyone. Are you watching from Calgary or a reasonable drive from there? Well, guess what? We have an event called Heated Rivalry. It's at Calgary Word Fest. It's myself and Morgan Book, who are both going to be on Canada Reads, championing our books. Mine is Searching for Terry Punch-Out by Tyler Hellard. Hers is It's Different This Time by Josh Richard. And guess what? Both authors are going to be there. So it'll be myself, Tyler Hellard, obviously Morgan Book, and Josh Richard, who I found out used to work with Adam. Small world. So we were going to be talking about Canada Reads leading into Canada Reads. It is $25 at the Memorial Park Library, Wednesday, April 1st, 7 p.m. That is 7 p.m. Mountainous time. What's that? I probably will have a coffee that day because the Leafs, the big game against Anaheim is the night before. So I will be in a hotel for that LFR or somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. By the way, I'm reading the description. Only their celebrity champions, YouTube personality and podcaster Steve Dangle Glynn, and Book Talk star Morgan Book know for sure. I'm a YouTube personality and podcaster. Morgan is a Book Talk star. It's okay. I don't have feelings. That's fine. Oh, Julian McKenzie tweeted that the Leafs do, in fact, have an e-bug for tonight. For those wondering, Anthony Kervin is tonight's e-bug should the Maple Leafs need him. He's a 26-year-old Ottawa native who last played for the Arnprior Rivermen of the Eastern Ontario Senior Hockey League. Okay. Hayden Mathewson says butter disbelief. That was, which video was that? Was that our Big Dubs video? Incredible title from you. Let me catch up on some of these super chats here. From Who to Cheer For, Leafs have a 21% chance of keeping their first this year. If they win, it goes to 15.1%. If they lose, it goes up to 23.1%. So there's a lot riding on how this third period goes. McGuffin says you need the Price is Right losing sound effect as an opposing team goal horn. It's a funny idea. Stajan, White, Hagman, Schustrom, Ollie, Myers for Pylon Dion, says Dan Patrick. They recouped a lot for Dion, though. I live day to day Geordie, Steve. Google Geordie translations. It's basically a mix of English and Nordic. Quid is good. Oh, I've seen Geordie Shore. I've seen it. Steve, my Discord is pitching suggestions and said you'd make a good polar bear. No! They're talking about AJ Greer. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Steve, it's game 70. How do you summon the willpower to watch this tire fire of a hockey team? If the Leafs get a top 5 pick, what do you do if you were the GM? Frege is dumping on Peros right now? He's showing all the interference suspensions that he's handed out, and last night's was way worse. Good. Peros should be fired. I mean, let's call it what it is. He sucks. He's dangerous. He's going to get someone killed. Let's call it what it is. He's going to get someone killed or paralyzed. Players should be afraid, terrified to do what AJ Greer did. One, out of human decency, so you don't break a person's neck, right? And another is your career will be over. Like, Duck fans got very upset when Gudas took out Matthews, and I said, well, the Leafs need to go after the Ducks. First of all, that's how it's always worked. Second of all, what other recourse is there? 5 games to take the captain out for 12 weeks? Not a league. It's not a league. Same commissioner in charge for 33 years. Gag me with a spoon. What a hostage situation. Peros for 9 years. Jesus wept. Mr. Raiders said, we'll drive down from Edmonton to Calgary and gift you a Sens jersey, Steve. Go Sens. I actually have a Sens jersey from last year's playoffs because of Jesse. Bell plus 8th pick, which ended up being Roman Josi for Yannick Perreault. Oh, that was Brendan Bell. Was it really Roman Josi? Oh, my God. Steve, do not paint me with the Geordie Shore brush. I will. 3-2, go Habs, go, says Francois Labelle. That's a huge turn in that game and would be a disastrous blow for the Islanders to lose that game. Drew, should we go to clip so I can get a little break? Just a little break. What is the clip? It's us talking about the East playoff race on the Steve Dangle podcast. We will be right back. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. I do want to read one more thing. Remember in years prior when you said, do you like your monster, Dr. Frankenstein? I think the NHL just gave you that answer. Yes.
I want to talk about the Atlantic now because I told you earlier this week that this is a key week for the Red Wings. Big week. They're playing 4 games, and they have answered the call. Massive game against Boston tomorrow, but they have had a really, really good week. And, you know, the win last night.
No Larkin, no Cop.
Yeah, and they knew they kind of had to do it this week. They beat the Flames, which they should have beat on Monday. They played the Canadians yesterday.
That's not a great beat for the Habs.
And yeah, the Habs losing that game sort of sucks for them. Bruins and Red Wings tomorrow. The teams are dead tied. I don't know who holds I think it's Detroit that holds the tiebreaker because they're in wild card 1 right now. But it's Boston, it's Detroit. They're both playing 68
You got
games.
it the other way.
Oh, sorry.
So you have the standings in front of you?
Yeah, they're
look
on
them
the
this way.
screen.
They're right there.
Ah,
look
Detroit's
up.
in the second wild
Look
card.
up.
what I was going to say is, do you know who fell out of a playoff spot? Because I was shocked.
Let me explain it to the listening audience. The Boston Bruins are in the first wild card spot because they have more RWs. They have 28 regulation wins, and the Detroit Red Wings are in the second wild card spot, but they are both tied at 84 points. The New York Islanders fell out of a playoff spot last night, and they have 83 points. So they trail the Red Wings and the Bruins.
And we're leaving the Islanders for now. I don't care about the Islanders, Steve and Jesse. I care about Detroit and Boston. So please do not talk to me about the Islanders just yet.
There you go. Those are the
Braden
standings.
Shen's been such a good
No,
fit.
don't give a fuck. Let's talk about it.
I like Matthew Shea.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Bad.
We
at
talked. Do
hockey.
you know he
Beckett
only played
Seneca should
17
win.
games in the OHL last year?
Unbelievable.
So
what he's doing.
the Red Wings,
Age 18.
guys, come on, bring it back. Bruins playing 4 games. This
Could have had Braden Shen. Sorry.
have lost 2 of the 4 games they were playing this week. Already, they're 1-2.
Uh-oh.
If they don't beat Detroit tomorrow, which I think is going to be the game of the week, they will be 1-3 this week.
Do they miss Brandon Carlo?
You know what?
You have to ask.
You have to ask the question.
You have to ask.
I'm curious about this for a couple of reasons because you've got right behind them. Forget the Islanders for a second because I think they play into their own thing. But the Senators are surging. They won last night against the Islanders, right?
Huge win.
Huge, and we'll talk about it. But if you've got the Senators and the Blue Jackets right there, Senators are still 4 points out. Boston having a 1-3 week is a rough look, really rough. And I don't know that it gets all that easier for either team, but the Bruins specifically, like we have been singing their praises, and obviously they beat up on the Jets last night, which they should do. The Leafs next week is, you should win that game. But then you've got Sabres and Wild. Okay. Wild are sputtering a little bit, but they'll probably be fine. Then you've got Blue Jackets, Stars, Panthers.
And who is this? Sorry, the Sens?
Bruins.
Bruins. Sorry,
So
we've
Bruins-
talked about a lot of teams.
Bruins and Red Wings tomorrow. Bruins and Maple Leafs Tuesday. Bruins and Sabres Wednesday. So you're getting the Sabres on the second half of a back-to-back. And then you get Wild and Blue Jackets and Stars the next 3 games, and that'll round out the month.
Blue Jackets Stars might be the worst back-to-back pair of games you can have in the league right now. Those are 2 incredibly difficult teams to beat. Oh, maybe Buffalo.
You're also getting the Blue Jackets on the second half of a back-to-back. Your first being the Wild.
Oh,
So in 4 nights, you get Wild, Blue Jackets, and Stars. 3 games, 4 nights.
and
You better win.
you have to win.
You have to win.
You have to win.
Now, Brady Tkachuk brought it last night, talking about the Sens and the Islanders. He fought basically right off the top and then scored the game-winning, unbelievable goal with 11 seconds to go. The Senators are, no matter what, I feel like they can feel, no matter what happens here, they can feel pretty proud about how this season has gone already. I know there's only 12 games left. I know that, the goal has to be to make the playoffs, but you can't, like, what were they going to do with this kind of goaltending?
You're going to have to Indiana Jones it into the playoffs.
And if
Like,
you don't,
it's going to be super close.
that's a good hockey team.
Oh yeah, of course I do. Doesn't matter. Goalie's part of your team.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if with 4 points, there's still a 4-point spread there, even with the record being as good as it is. My question for you guys is, of the teams that we've mentioned, so Detroit, Boston, Ottawa, New York, Islanders, and the Blue Jackets, who are your 2 wild cards out of those 5?
It's crazy to me one of those teams has to miss. I kind of think we got the right ones.
So you think the Islanders falling out might be normal? Because that's the one where they've added.
God, that's
they've added
hard.
significantly.
That's so.
Blue Jackets, sorry, by the way, Blue Jackets as of this morning are in 3rd place in their division. My bad.
I think the Jackets get in, and then it's a race between, can Detroit survive this, like what they're going through? Can Boston not run out of steam, which does happen to young teams? And like a lot of significant parts of the roster are young. And then the Islanders, like, just are they good enough? I think they are. Like, they're getting really good performances out of the guys they need to get good performances out of, and they're still not necessarily getting the results they need. Ugh. It's fun. I will say, like, every year, I think two things can be true at once. Gary Bettman is absolutely right that this playoff format, or at very least this point system, makes games interesting October through April, and also it's anti-sporting.
Yeah.
It's completely like what's going on in the Central Division is.
I still think you'd have a battle at the bottom.
You would.
So anybody that talks about how exciting, no, Gary's system, and he said this, is built on amping up the first round. That's all he wants.
Right.
But in terms of like races at the bottom, this system doesn't encourage or discourage any more races at the bottom.
Right.
They're just there. So let me ask you this, Jess. There is one team of those five, Blue Jackets, Bruins, Red Wings, Islanders, Senators, who has a negative goal differential.
It's the Red Wings?
I think
It is the Red
Detroit.
Wings.
Yeah.
Does that color this a little bit?
I have confidence that the Red Wings can get this done. Last night's win against Montreal was such a gutsy win. The goaltending thing all season long has been underrated for them. Getting Gibson has solidified their goaltending, something that we've criticized Steve Yzerman for many years because he's decided to run 42 goaltenders in his net at once and keep them all on the roster and send none of them down Grand Rapids at any moment. But now he's decided to just get a starting goaltender, and it's kind of stabilized things. And last night, close game, 1-1 Montreal, division rival. And then you have this huge play here by Alex DeBrincat. The puck's going from the Montreal offensive zone all the way to the other end of the ice.
Along the boards.
Mike Matheson, yes, along the boards. Mike Matheson's going to play the puck, right? He's chasing back. His routine play, right? He should just be able to collect this puck and send it up the boards, and then everything's good for Montreal, and you're able to break out the other way. But he does something. I don't know if this is classic Mike Matheson. I just think it's a situation that happened in this one play. But he turns, he pivots to send this puck up the boards, and he flubs it right to DeBrincat and then proceeds to fall on his face. DeBrincat takes it. He goes forehand, backhand sauce over Dobish. That ends up being the game winner as 3 minutes and 27 seconds are left on there. And they go up 2-1 and eventually add an empty net to a 3-1 victory. Something like this late in this season can be a turning moment for a team. Where you're missing Rasmussen, you're missing Larkin, you're missing Kopp, you're missing Nygaard. So many guys are out, and we think that Detroit's going to collapse here down the stretch with so many guys out. You pick up this huge victory. You go into the next huge game against Boston. Momentum's churning. You don't need to be like crazy hot. You just need to be like a really good team. And I think they're going to ride it to a playoff spot.
And I'm not going for clickbait here, but like Adam, our wild card conversation, I don't think included enough teams.
Who would you add?
We have to throw Montreal in there.
Really?
We have to.
Falling down, you're talking about. Wow.
Montreal, 84. Pittsburgh, 84. Boston, 84. Detroit, 84. Columbus, 83. Friggin' Islanders, 83.
And
How
the
about Sens 79.
They're still outside shot. They're still there.
I will throw one more team in there. Flyers,
Do not-
78.
No, don't.
They're
be
7-2-1 in their last 10.
Don't be silly.
They're hanging in there.
Don't pander.
I'm not pandering.
Don't pander to
the Flyers fans.
Insider J money.
Yeah, Insider J. I know what you said. Don't talk about Mitch. Drew, turn the clip off. Turn it off. This is important. We got a game. This is a game everyone wants to watch right now. They all want to freaking watch it. It's Leaf Sens. I think I got fooled by the music on the broadcast. There was a weird sound, and I was like, did something in my house beep? Is my furnace about to explode? What's going on? Sens kicking the Leafs up and down the ice, but it's 3-1, and the Leafs start the third period with a power play, so they're within 2. Wow, shots are officially 28-11. The Sens got bumped up. So, producer Drew asking, do NHL coaches have to wear suits? They don't, and we know they don't because of John Tortorella and his weird quarter zip and vest combo that he used to do. They just choose to wear suits. Easton Cowan. They must freeze their bag off, right? Ekman Larson, Nylander. What a pass! OEL into the glove of Omar. He's made a couple of those tonight. Hasn't been very busy, but he's kept himself entertained. Under a minute to go, or rather, under a minute into this period. Yeah, he sees that too cleanly, and I think that was going wide anyway. Might have hit the post. I think it was going wide. 55 seconds to go in this Leafs power play to begin the third period here. Tavares wins the draw back to OEL. OEL to Cowan. Cowan. Down low to Nyes. Cowan. Nyes. Can't find Nylander. Nylander comes up with it anyway. Maybe you did find him. Nylander, nice pass to Tavares. Back to Nylander. That was crafty shot. That might have hit Stolarz in the neck, but it didn't hit anything else. Oh, Eller doesn't have a skate blade, and the Leafs basically have a two-man advantage for a few moments here. Nylander. Nice. Cowan. Geez, top unit out there for this whole power play. Cowan. Nylander. Bully Stützle off the puck. Nice. Keeps it alive. Cowan, Nylander. Sens kill it off. Leafs still have the zone. OEL. And the Sens will settle it down. Turnover. Shot. Oh, that was Dakota Joshua. Down the ice. We'll play it to Stetcher. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Bogru hands it off. Michelli cross ice, can't find Stetcher. Michelli's been off all night. Sens gain the zone. Brady bullies to the net. Can't get the shot off. Grew can't get around Clevin. Wool. Benoit up the boards to Nyes. One of the Sens just lost their stick defending Nyes. Nyes dumps it and chases. Takes out Gilbert. Sens moving the puck well until they give it away. Max Domi, cross ice, can't find Nyes. Stop pouting about it and get back in the play. Here comes Zetterlund. Cross ice. Can't quite find Eller, who now has two skates. 3 minutes gone here in the third period. Zub. Cross ice. Sens lose the zone. Shabbat dumps it. I hate when players do that, dude. Nyes misses the one-timer, and he's like huffing and puffing about it. Sens have the puck, and they're heading the other way. Can you friggin' stop? Do your job. You know? Leafs ice the puck. You can feel bad about it, but, like, don't give up on the play. It's the NHL, buddy. He's a young player in this league. I believe in him. He's only going to get better, but that's the kind of thing that just reminds you he's young, right? Reminds you he's not a finished product. Joseph Woll makes the save. He's coming up on 30 shots against. Shot attempts 46-30 for the Sens. And Drew, am I alone in thinking that's too close? Right? That feels way too close. I don't believe that. Schaefer power play goal ties it up at 3s, Montreal and the Islanders. You know what, Drew? When this game ends, if the Montreal game is still going, we should definitely stream it. Hey? It's too important of a game. Yeah. Batherson. Oh, great defensive play from Jake McCabe. Honestly, one of the few bright spots on this team pretty consistently all season. He had a bit of a rut. The Olympics seemed to do him some good. He's a good player, man. Really good player. What do I think the deserved to win-o-meter says about this game? I'm going to say the Sens win it 85% of the time. 79.9. Wow, that's pretty close, man. Sens are definitely offside. Here come the Leafs. Nylander falls down. Steve, why is McDonald's better in Canada than the USA? Because it's in Canada. Battle in the corner. Is that a thing? So, Tavares! Ah! Willie, Benoit. Oh, rebound! Cowan scores! Cowboy rides into the goal column, and the Leafs, once down 3-0, less than 5 minutes into the third period, have pulled themselves to within 1. How's that for your deserved to win-o-meter, eh, Drew? What's Allmark doing? Flooping all over the place like a fish. I took... Bakuru says, I took an edible at the start of this game, and now I need Steve to stand next to a Vaporeon. Sorry, I'm just trying to freak you out. You did say weed, not shrooms. Anyway, Leafs, here we go. All of a sudden, they've made this game into a game. Here come the Sens. They almost make it 4-2 there. Brady Tkachuk in the corner. Iced by the Leafs. Can I tell you something I did unconsciously during the Olympics? Like, I didn't mean to do it, but it was just subconscious. Whenever Matthew Tkachuk got the puck, you know what I called him? Tkachuk. Whenever Brady got the puck, I called him Brady. Brady's the other one. Wool with the save off the mask. Down the ice. Oh, Drew saying, would you rather have Matthew than Brady? No. And the reason for that is Brady's the most important player on his team, arguably. Matthew Tkachuk is an elite, truly elite role player. Winner. He's won. He's won everything as a role player. 2023, he was incredible for the Florida Panthers. Incredible. Got injured. Him getting injured was a big reason why they didn't win. I don't know if him healthy would have helped. Vegas was pretty incredible. But when they won those cups, rank him. Among Panthers, rank him. Did you say first? Well, you're wrong. All right. Did you say second? Well, you're wrong. Did you say third? Show your work. You're wrong. I think there's an argument he's not top 5 in those runs. Matthew Tkachuk. Go through the 2 cup runs and tell me I'm lying. Go through the 2 cup runs and tell me I'm lying. Oh! Joseph Woll with a save. Clevin. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He's paid more money than the Vatican. He has 2 cups and a gold medal. But I think he's borderline top 5. You take him over Bennett, who won the Conn Smythe, Drew? Brad Marchand? And how he was in the final? No. I'm not talking about over the course of a season. I'm talking about their performance in the runs. Wool makes the save with the mask. Oh, yeah. No, if we're building a team from scratch, I'm not like taking Gustav Forsling over him. But in terms of the actual performance, 2024 Forsling was crazy. Anyway, William Nylander. This is a 1-goal game, and I should probably shut up about the Panthers. Tavares battling in the corner. Emo Jalapeno, second rodeo watch, perhaps. It was the first thing I thought of. It was absolutely the first thing I thought of. Stop hitting Wool in the mask. Stop shooting up high on our goalies. We go to commercial break. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Kachuk in 2023, crazy. All those game winners, OT winner, crazy. Past 2 years, really good. Well, Steve, he was tied for the team lead in scoring last year. Oh, so Carter Verhaeghe then, who also had 23 points. Sam Reinhart, who also had 23 points, right? Those guys are as valuable if that's your metric, right? Sam Bennett had 22 points, 15 of them goals. Barkov had 22 points. Marchand had 20 points. It's insane how many of those came in the Stanley Cup final. Luostarinen and Lundell are crazy. Bobrovsky is a player that you can also list. I'm looking at the 2024 run. Again, tied for the team lead in scoring, but you got Barkov there. You got Verhaeghe there. You got Lundell there. You got Reinhart there. It's a lot of assists, right? 14 goals over those 2 runs. Where does that rank on the team? I'm telling you, if you wanted to be a real hater about it, you could rank him outside the top 5 or like 5. Barkov and Bobrovsky are the free spaces, right? Bennett was crazy in both runs. Well, actually in 2014, meh. He was good. He was very good. And he also didn't play every game because I think there was an injury there. He won the friggin' Conn Smythe the second time. Forsling, like, is there an argument Verhaeghe is on the same level? What about Reinhart and his 2-way play as well as his offensive dominance? I'm telling you, Matthew Tkachuk, role player. Great role player. Elite role player. Brady has to do a lot of the work in Ottawa himself, but I still call him Brady. Tavares, fighting for it. Can the Leafs do the funniest thing ever? Francois Labelle, goalie scores 4-3 Habs in their game against the New York Islanders. Cowan in the corner. If Chief says a bad word about Wool after this, I will drive to Toronto myself and kick him, says Katie. If you could attend one U.S. college for 1 year, which one? None of them. I am 38. I don't want to go to school. Leafs clear the zone. Shots are 32-14, which, believe it or not, is an improvement. Leafs are in this game. It's 3-2. Ottawa playing a little scared here, a little tentative, less sure of themselves. Lawrence, Quillen, Lorentz, Quillen. Behind the Sens net. Yarncroke. In front off the skate of Lorentz and wide. McCabe. Quillen behind the net. Quillen on his knees. Quillen back up. Stripped because he was 2-on-1. Here comes Nick Cousins. Up the ice. McCabe swats at that. Carlo over to McCabe. 11:05 to go in the third period here. Leafs have been getting dummied tonight, and yet they're one shot away. Story of the Sens season, really. I don't know if you can call Ullmark bad tonight, but they have the second best goalie on a lot of evenings. Benoit. Nyes. Where's the puck? Benoit hard around. Nyes. Icing against Leafs, 10-26. You don't look at it from a hater standpoint. Just like do the math, right? And ask yourself, like really try to figure out, okay, who was a top 5 player on the Panthers? Who were the top 5 players during their 2024 Cup win? Who were their top 5 players in 2025? Kachuk was there for both runs, like something Marchand wasn't. He was significantly better than Bennett one year, and then Bennett won the Conn Smythe the next. I think it's an interesting thought exercise. I really do. Do we accept that Matthews is the new LeCavalier? No, we don't. And also, Michael Amadio just scored to put the Sens up 4-2. What the hell happened there? I think it was a shot that went wide of the net, and Amadio collected the rebound. Sens retake the 2-goal lead here in Ottawa with 10:19 to go in the third period. Let's see. Domi loses the draw. It was, wow. So it was fired from the point by Spence, deflected wide, I think by Giroux, and Michael Amadio was right there and put it in. Thank you for what you do. Big love from a Quebecois Habs fan. Thank you, Purple People Eaters. Must be weird for the Sens to be on the other end of playing spoiler, says Rennet Mon. How many goals does Amadio have against the Leafs in his 10 games? I'm going to say 3. 5? Del Tago Vista, gracias for 5 gifted SDPN memberships. You are a beauty. Stetcher. Down low, Joshua. Stetcher. Under 10 minutes to go in the third here. Stutzla going up against Michelli. That's a tough offense versus defense matchup. Oh, my goodness. Stutzla ducked under a Jake McCabe hit, and it made it look like he got half killed when really I don't even know if McCabe touched him. McCabe with it behind the net. Stetcher. So the goal is Amadio from, is it Spence and Pinto, they said? They're definitely going to correct it. That's wrong. Dylan Cousins shoots, stopped by Wool. Nylander. From his own end. Tavares. Tries to curl, or toe drag rather. Doesn't work. Sends counterattack. And they give it away. Offside against the Leafs. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Hey, I'm an uncle of a nephew. I was already an uncle of a niece, but the other day, my nephew was born. And that was very fun and cool. I startled someone in Union Station. because I was on my way to take the Up Express train to Pearson to go to Halifax. The flight was to Halifax. And I got the text that he was born. He was born very quickly, and I scared everyone in Union because I went, "Oh my God!" I think I said, "No way!" These two ladies were, "Whoa!" I was right behind them. Thank you. I am chopped. I'm chopped Unk. When people call me Unk, I don't take it as an insult. I am an uncle. Twice. Was that Drew? Habs up 5-3. I'm guessing Juraj Slafkovsky scored based on the chat. Oh my God. Cole Caulfield has his 17th goal in 19 Saturday games this year. Crazy. Victory is never yours, says an ex-Leaf scoring against the Leafs. The prophecy foretold. Yeah. And like, what did he play? 3 games? Shots 35-14 for Ottawa. It's crazy to look at. OEL. Shot. That goes wide. Amadio. Can't get out of his zone. Tavares holds it. This could be something. Willie. OEL. Well, I'm not sure what that pass was. Willie's passes have been really odd tonight. Amadio. Leaf killer. He's cleared out. Amadio can't get the puck to his man. Tavares holds it so the Leafs can get a bit of a change here. Sedin Magic. I have a nephew coming in about 6 weeks. Hey! Congrats. My brother-in-law is a massive Chelsea fan. And his son, my nephew, his initials are CFC. And his room is decked out in Chelsea stuff. It's great. He might be a bigger Chelsea fan than I am a Leafs fan. Like, that's dedication. Quillen battling Mott Paulo. Lawrence battling for the puck. Cycle going. Quillen tries to leave it for Yarncroke. Leafs lose the zone. 1-1 between Boston and Detroit, by the way. Tampa and Edmonton just started. Giggling Cat says, new uncle gifts. What? Slav second goal, 27. Assist Caulfield, 31. Suzuki, 60. Thank you, Francois Labelle. Here comes Dylan Cousins. Dylan Cousins hands it off. What a move. What a goal by Nick Cousins to finish off the Sens passing play. The Leafs were close for a little bit, but the Sens are just making this thing sad, which is why I'm glad Giggling Cat, goodness gracious, gifted 50 SDPN gift memberships, dropping a 50 piece on us. Gracias, amigo. If you got gifted an SDP VIP membership, a Giggling Cat, you make sure to say thank you. And also Del Tago Vista, you owe us 5 now because the Sens just scored. Does he have a Chelsea room, though? He does not. I was going to take a picture of the blue room today, but it's just full of stuff. It's basically storage. My fantasy team is happy for Slafkovsky. I bet it is. And there he is, Del Tago Vista. Gracias for 5 SDPN memberships. You should say thank you to him also. Boy, Leafs haven't really made it easy on Wool, eh? Oh, the goal is Ridley Gregg? They said Nick Cousins on the broadcast. They look very alike. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in that? Ridley Grigg and Nick Cousins look a lot alike. Am I wrong on that? They both look like they hate you. You know what I mean? You got this like. They look like the dude at the party who hates you on principle. You know what I mean? Hard emotion to describe. I haven't been at a party like that in a long time. Stetcher. 5.5 minutes to go here. Giroux gains the zone shot. Sens cycling it. It's like watching a kid wrestle their dad. 37 of 14 are the shots for Ottawa. The gap between the Leafs and Sens is larger than than double. It's so bad. It's so bad, dude. Mott and Paulo. Shabbat. Kachuk centers it. He loses it. Would you trade Morgan Riley for Trent Frederick? No. No. Listen, they need to trade him. He's been bad. I think you are grossly overstating how bad. Trent Frederick? Let's all take a breath. Oh boy, Gilbert is down and in a lot of pain. And I think it was Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Let's get a look at this hit. Caulfield, 42nd goal, Habs 6-3, says Francois Labelle. 4:19 to go in the third. Boy, Gilbert looks to be in a lot of discomfort. Ekman-Larsson's just on the bench. And Brady Tkachuk standing up. This game is going to get out of hand very fast. There's less than 5 minutes to go in the third period, but this is going to get out of hand very fast. Gilbert looks like he's going to get up on his own. He's getting up on his own, but he's nursing one of his arms. I need another look at this hit. Okay, here we go. Ekman-Larsson dumps it. It doesn't hit him from behind. What would you call that? Yeah, no, it's I thought like in real time you can understand how you might think that was from behind, but no, it's just a hit that a guy got the worst of. But I have a feeling this game's about to get dumb. Sedin Magic. Caulfield just scored his 42nd of the season. So is that 8 Saturday goals in 9 Saturday games? 18 and 19? Oh, yeah, sorry. 18 and 19. 18 in 19. Got it. Del Taco Vista, it was a clean hit. Things like this happen. No one wants to hear me say it. You know what I mean? No one wants to hear a fan of the team of the player who laid the hit being like, it's a clean hit. Like, of course you think that. You know what I mean? But, like, it's a clean hit. Sorokin pulled with 8 to go in the third. What is the least amount of time left you have ever seen a goalie getting pulled from a game? I think you mean most. So I was at the game last season when when Patrick Waugh pulled Sorokin, despite having a face-off in his end. I was at that game. That was Leo's first ever game. And John Tavares scored the empty netter. Counting down the days until Berube fired, says AJ Plays. You and me both. You need Marner Chance breaking out at the Canadian Tire Center. It's a good chirp. Go and do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go and look at Vegas. Go and look at Vegas real quick. Do me a favor. Go and look at Vegas real quick. Emo Jalapeno, for looking at the bigger picture, giving up to the Sens is the equivalent of an uncle putting ego aside and saying, I was wrong. You win this one, kiddo. Damn. LMAO, you need Marner chance with the keyboardist. Oh, were they playing the song too? That's hilarious. And there's a tripping call. Pulled as in replaced. This is Power Pat. OEL does finally go to the box. This one's for tripping on Amadio. OEL is having a bit of a rough game. I mean, he's shaking his head. You put your stick between his legs. Renatmon, it'd be a good chirp if, Marner was doing any better. No one wants to have that conversation. Have you noticed that? It's almost like dunking on the Leafs is the priority and not an actual conversation about hockey at all. He's having a below standard season. The Vegas Golden Knights are having a below standard season. It's not going well for either team. Drew saying he's on pace for his lowest points since 2017 when he was a rookie. Oh, the year after. Sorry. Oh, you mean 2017-18. And people are like, well, the Vegas Golden Knights have been playing him at center. Okay, follow-up question. Why did Vegas pay him $12 million and then proceed to not play him at the position he plays? Chuck is stopped by Wool. No, that's nothing against Marner. He's being a good soldier and doing what the coach tells him to do. Is the GM or coach or anyone going to step in there and be like, wait a second, that's a stupid thing to do? Should the Leafs have developed Marner into a center when he was younger? Yeah. That man's pushing 30. What are they doing? Oh, geez, Wool got it in the neck. Are you joking me? 2:45 to go in the third. 52 seconds to go in the Sens power play. Francois Lebel says VGK got Marner-itis. Dylan Webster, bro, what a great birthday gift from the Leafs to me. Coach should be completely ashamed. It's every night. Oh, so I guess you're a Leafs fan then. Wool is wearing a different mask now. 2:30 to go in the third period. On. Stop by Wool. There's shot number 40. Leafs haven't hit 15 yet. Giroux. Spence. Shabbat. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sens just passing it around at will here. 2 minutes to go in the third. Giroux on. Stop by Wool. And Giroux gets it out to Matthew Nyes, attacking Jordan Spence one-on-one. That turns into one-on-two, which turns into the Sens going back the other way. Penalty is over, but the Sens still have it. They are not letting up at all. It's 5-2 with under 2 to go. Shots 40-14. And you know what's funny is that the shot count hasn't caught up to what it actually is. It's worse than that. They have over 40 for sure. There's 41-14. The Sens have the inverse of what the Leafs have. Oh my God. There's a world where both the Knights and Oilers miss the playoffs, says Sedin Magic. There is, but it's unlikely. The Sens are pouring it on. They don't care. They just tried a Michigan. Zetterlund just tried a Michigan, dude. Wool makes a save. And Amadio was hunting for the puck. Giggling cat. That's extremely generous. I mean, my guys are tanking too, that being the Panthers. But at least the kids are having fun doing it. This is just like watching a hostage read a statement while under duress. Yes, we are all still trying. So much love in the locker room. Yes, so much love. That's so bleak. Deadpool. The funny moment when it's Willie who has the highest PPG out of the core four. Teehee. Tommy's Lab. Hey, Steve. Just now tuning in for my favorite comedy show. Watching Screaming Leafs guy lose his mind. Thanks for the laughs. A Dallas Stars fan. Thank you. Alex, can we finally have the convo about Rogers needing to sell the Leafs if they aren't willing to put the money and effort in like they do with the Jays? I had this conversation like 2 months ago. The Leafs are in trouble. They're in trouble. They're in horrible shape. Like top down, like ownership on down. It's dumb to own 7 sports teams in the same city. It's dumb. It's dumb. I crack up every time you say your uncle is wrong because my uncle made me a Leafs fan and hella arrogant. And yes, he thinks the league's less violent now. Your uncle's wrong. Tell him that from this uncle. Goal number 43 for Caulfield. That's insane. So he has 19 Saturday goals in 19 Saturdays. Is that what you're telling me? Unbelievable. Philip Myers. Shots 44-14. Habs 7-3. Caulfield hat trick 41, 42, 43. Crazy. Does Caulfield have more shots than the Leafs tonight? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one is mercifully finally over. Leafs goal. There we go. Leafs lose 5-2 to Ottawa with the shots 44-14. How does one do an LFR for this? Not sure. When do Let's Go Blue Jays chants start in Toronto? Literally their next home game. 5:01 to go in the third period. Montreal 7, Islanders 3. Shots are 35-20 for Montreal. This is a big win for Montreal and a devastating loss for the New York Islanders. Drew, how many shots did Nylander have in that game after being told to shoot more by his coach? Drew, I'm going to go with 0. Oh, he had 1. And he had 1 in warm-up that took the starting goalie out. So that was cool. Good for him. What a night. Atta boy, Willie. Yeah. Way to go. More booze for the Leafs than cheers for the Sens, says Renatmon. Oh, the Sens exist within the context of the Leafs. That's by the admission of their fans. That's their whole thing. If they ever win a cup, it'll be about the Leafs not winning the cup. Like, I didn't make it that way. They did. Jesus, even the Canucks outshot the Leafs tonight, says Sedin Magic. Ugh. Remember, Steve, it's all part of the plan. No, it isn't, Dutch. They're doing Talkit style hockey. Ugh. LFR title, punching down. All that the Kachucks and Sens fans are doing lately. You think Berube is going to say Wolves got to make a save again, or did he make enough saves this time? Yeah, I'm going to be talking about that in the LFR. How could Joseph Wool have done this? And Jay Beard, Mitch isn't even top 10 issues on Vegas. He's a point per game player. Vegas's real downfall was losing too many glue guys who held the roster together. And why did that happen? Because Vegas decided to go with a top heavy roster configuration in terms of salary. Can you think of a recent example where that didn't work? Can you think of a recent example where a bunch of forwards making 9 million plus didn't work? No, me neither. Anyway, 2:25 to go in the third. People ignore that there was nuance to the Marner conversation, and it's a shame. But I'm not doing it again. I was right the first time. So Habs 2 points back at Tampa after this win, says producer Drew. Now, what's the score in Tampa's game? Sedin Magic gifts 10 SDPN memberships. Gracias. Oh, they're doing na. Oh, baby. So Tampa and Edmonton, I thought the game had started. Oh, the Habs just scored with 1:39 to go. Zachary Bolduc makes it 8-3 pour Montréal. Et le but Zachary Bolduc. That was really good French that I just did. Caulfield 2 goals back of Nathan McKinnon for the league lead, says producer Drew. It's crazy. Is he going to catch him at this rate? Kind of depends. Like if the Avalanche get their act together and start winning games like they were, which I mean, that's a lot of games, right? Oh, they're going to challenge it for offside? You suck. Patrick Waugh's hilarious. There's 99 seconds to go in the game, and he's down 4. This goal will put him down 5. Bolduc is just like, come on, man. The OG, thank you for 20 SDPN memberships, you beauty. Power Pat, start your LFR with Nylander took out our starter. Anyways, about that Habs game. Probably should. Was this offside? When I saw the replay, I thought it might be. I don't think so. See, it depends. Yeah, but does that count as possession? He definitely enters the zone before the puck. It's offside. No goal. Francois Labelle, I guess that's my birthday present. No kidding. Sens fan here. Not trying to dunk on the Leafs, but after last year, I was hoping for a renewed Battle of Ontario. I know, dude. It's disappointing for all involved. Also finished Terry Punch-Out last night. Looking forward to seeing you on Canada Reads. There you go. Searching for Terry Punch-Out is legitimately an incredible book. I think it would make an incredible movie, miniseries, whatever. Go and buy it. It's a really short read. I think it's 188 pages. I've read it twice, and I plan on reading it a third time before Canada Reads. I'm in the middle of reading the other 4 books that I need to read for Canada Reads. I'm over halfway through. 2 of the other ones are really short. 2 of the other ones are really long. Really long, not as a criticism, really long as in they are literally over 400 pages, and that is long. Sedin Magic, your ego needed that, didn't it, Patrick? Or did it, Patrick? I don't know what I missed. Do you prefer to this 3D Sens logo? Oh, the Fanuf head? No. Wow, from Arun Srinivasan. Rather than shutting him down due to a lingering knee injury with the playoffs out of reach, the Leafs instead played Matthew Nyes a team-high 24-30, where he records no shots on goal and a 5-2 loss to the Senators. Battle in the corner here. It's a 4-point game, 4-goal game. I wonder if these guys are going to fight. It's still possible these guys could not only both make the playoffs, but they could play each other in the playoffs. If the Habs win the Atlantic somehow and the Islanders get that one of the wild cards, it's possible. But this is a massive win for the Montreal Canadiens and a devastating loss for the New York Islanders. Habs 7, Islanders 3. Mr. Saturday Night, Cole Caulfield, 1, 2, 3, hat trick. He has a goal in one goal for every Saturday night game this season. Incredible. Oh, you were referencing the challenge. I thought there was someone in the chat named Patrick you had beef with, and I was like, what's going on? You meant Patrick Waugh. That's hilarious. Thank you, Montreal, says Del Tago Vista. That does legitimately help the Ottawa Senators. You are not wrong. Because the Islanders are not in a playoff spot, but the Sens do need to leapfrog them. The Sens could catch Boston, they could catch Detroit, but it won't matter if they don't pass the Islanders as well. And by the way, Boston and Detroit are playing each other right now. They are in intermission. Boston 1, Detroit 1. Lucas Raymond and David Pastrnak with the goals. Giggling Cat, let Patrick Waugh be petty to the Habs. True. Oh, I forgot it was the Habs. I forgot that angle. Well, Drew, let's go shoot an LFR about that. My friends, I appreciate you spending your Saturday night with me and maybe more of it, depending on when the LFR is up. I suppose that's up to me. I suppose I should shut up. So I will. My friends, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. If you want content on the SDPN YouTube channel, buddy, we got it. We just uploaded 1, 2, 3 new junior hockey videos tonight. If you've never checked them out before tonight, I highly recommend you make tonight your debut with Cue It Up, Oh Wow, and Big Dubs. You won't regret it.